Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to create a survey using SurveyMonkey. And um, you're going to begin at the home screen of SurveyMonkey, and you are going to need to create an account. I already have an account, so I am just going to log myself in. And now, since you have an account, it'll bring you to your dashboard, and you'll see if you've made surveys before, this is what your dashboard's going to look like. It'll show your past surveys that you've done, so on and so forth. Today, we're going to be creating a new survey. You're going to click the Create Survey button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and continue on from there. So, for the purpose of these surveys, we're going to start from scratch. You can see all of the different options on the left-hand side of the screen, but we're just going to start from scratch. Here, you're going to name your survey, and if it's for school, you can just title your survey whatever it's about. You can select a category, and since this is for school, we're going to do academic research as our survey category, but there's a variety of categories that you can choose from. You're going to have already written your answers, so you're going to click My questions are already written. You're going to click Use my own contacts because that's free, and then either classic or one question at a time. Either of those are free, and you can click whichever one you choose. And you're going to click Create Survey. This is just a pop-up that comes up on the screen as you're creating your survey, important questions, and there you go. So now we're designing the survey, and as you see, question 1 pops up where you can enter your question. If you really wanted to, you can add your page title in, you can add in your page description, describe what's going on in your survey. It'll be confidential, it won't be confidential. Just let people know what your survey is about and how their information is going to be used. Okay, and now on to designing survey questions and creating the questions. So since mine's going to be about school during the pandemic and how technology affected me, I want to ask certain questions that will yield me the best response. But you don't want to write leading questions where respondents feel like they're forced to answer a certain way or they're not, and they don't know where you want to go with it. You just want to write objective questions that they can answer however they want. So for this, I'm writing, has online schooling been a challenge for you? And with this, you're going to want to write like specific answers that all of your answers that you write in your surveys, you want to have as much variety as you possibly can for anything that someone would be able to answer or could answer for this. So I'm going to say, yes, it has been a challenge and it's remained a challenge over time. Yes, but it became easier over time. No, it hasn't been a challenge, but then it became a challenge as time went on. And no, and it hasn't been a challenge at all. Those are all of the answers that somebody could say for that. And don't forget to go back through your questions and your answers and make sure everything's spelt correctly and that you're giving the best answers that you can. So now that you've finished writing your questions, you're going to click. Okay, now you're going to go to Preview and Scoring. You're just going to click Next at the top right corner from the previous screen, and it's going to preview your question. You get to look at it, look over it, make sure everything looks right. see how it works, and that is the end of the preview. And you're going to continue on to collect responses. How would you like to collect responses to your survey? Send surveys your way is the free option in SurveyMonkey. Target your ideal respondents is going to cost you money. So we're just going to do send survey your way. You can either share a survey link, post on social media, or send a text. For this, we're just going to send the survey link. So you can see this is your survey link, surveymonkey.com. You're going to copy it, and at that point you can send it to your group of contacts that you want to participate in the survey. Now we're going to go to analyze results, and since right now we haven't sent this to anybody, we're not going to have any responses to our survey. So I'm going to show you a screen share of my last survey that I did. I used the exact same question. Been a challenge for you, and this is how my results turned out. I got 29 total responses, and those were my 4 answers, and it'll show you in whatever type of graph you want. You can do a pie chart, you can do a bar graph, you can do a line plot graph, but you can see here it'll show you the percentage of each person and how many people that percentage equates to. There's 4 different types of bar graphs, there's 2 different types of pie graphs, and there's 2 different types of line plot graphs that you can pick from. For this, the easiest options would be either a pie graph or a bar graph to lay out your results best. This is another question that I had done. You can see different responses, different answers. So now I'm going to show you how you can put all of your results from your surveys into an Excel spreadsheet. To begin, you're going to open Excel, and you're going to, as you can see, I widened the A1 subchart, and that's just to write in my question so I have more space and it doesn't get cut off when I exit out of it. If you notice that your text is going to carry over to another box, you can click wrap text in the alignment, and it will shift everything over as it just did. Now I'm just putting in all of my choices of my answers of the yes, no, whatever your answers are. Now I'm just putting in all of my results. I'm putting in the number of people that answered each question, and then I'm going to go on to put in all of the percentages. And make sure that you label each column so you know that which one are your numbered answers versus your percentage answers. And you're going to want to put a box at the bottom, as I'm going to do in a minute, that says your total number of respondents so you have an accurate percentage. So here I am going to, instead of adding them up by myself and putting that the total number of respondents is 29, I'm going to do equal sum of the selected range of all of my answers and then get 29 from there. And then since I have my total number, I'm going to do my percentages a different way. I'm going to do equal sign B3, because that's where my first answer is, and then I'm going to do divided by, to get the percentage, 29. But I'm going to do $B, $7, so that that little cell is locked. And then, so I don't have to do more work for myself and type it into every single one of the percentages, you can just drag down all the way down to your total and get all of the percentages for your results. As you can see, all of my percentages came out as the decimal number form, so I went over and changed them all to actual percentages. And you can see how I do that. You go to number and you change to percentage. You click that cell and change to percentage. Now I'm going to show you how to use the data that you have and turn it into a pie chart and a bar graph. You're going to go to Insert, and you're going to go over to the little pie symbol. You're going to click the first one, or whichever one you choose, and it will automatically select the range of your data. If you need to change anything, you can go over to Select Data, or you can just move and edit each of the squares to what you want it to show in your pie chart, your bar graph, or whatever type of chart type you're going to be using. And then that is the final result of the pie chart. And I'm going to show you the same thing using a bar graph. When you select data range, it's going to pop up select data source. Your chart data range is going to be the entire chart that you are going to be using in your pie chart, bar graph, whatever you're going to be using. Your Y values are going to be your numbers or your percentages, and your horizontal category is going to be your questions, as you can see. And the same process goes for making a bar chart. You're just going to click the bar symbol in Insert, and you're going to put in the same data. It's going to show you the exact same data points, and you're just going to enter them in. And if anything needs to be fixed, you can just go back into the select data range or select data and fix whatever needs to be fixed. When you're doing the pie charts and the bar graphs, you just want to make sure that you're selecting one set of answers, either your answers or your percentages, so that you can get a proper bar graph, pie chart, whatever you're using. And there you go. Those are the two different types of charts that you can use, a pie chart or a bar graph, and it was as simple as that. Now I'm going to show you how you can copy and paste into a document your Excel spreadsheet, your pie graph, and your bar graph. So you're basically just going to select the range of the data that you want to copy and paste, click Command-C on a Mac, and go back into your document, select Paste, and then since percentages was cut off a little, I just extended the line over so it all looks cohesive. And then this is just a little bit of editing. Just a little bit of editing. I wanted everyone to be able to see the lines of delineation between all of my words and my choices, answers, percentages, everything. So I just went in, filled in the lines, and made it so that you could see the chart with clear lines. Now that I've shown you how to select that portion of your chart and put it into a document, I'm going to show you now how to paste your pie chart bar graph. Just click Command-C and then go into your document, click Command-V, and it will paste in your pie chart, bar graph, whatever you want. And there you go, guys. That's how you use SurveyMonkey, how you collect responses to your survey, how you use Excel in converting the information that you got from your survey into an Excel spreadsheet, how to make your own pie chart and bar graph on Excel, how to copy and paste